Okay, so we're talking about trust, and I want to talk about a psychological perspective of trust. And I want to talk about specifically 3 facets of trust. One is that trust is involved in everything that we do. 2, that assessments of trustworthiness are automatic. And 3, that our assessments of trustworthiness are updated constantly, all the time. So let's start with the first one, that trust is involved in everything that we do. Right? So trust is everything from the mundane to really important decisions in our life. Who we're going to leave our kids with when we try to find a babysitter. We give our money to a bank. We go see a doctor and we trust them to stab us with things and keep us healthy. Right? Even today, I used Google Maps to get here, and I trusted that it would give me a route that was safe and would get me there on time. So I don't know, what about you guys? Do you guys have any trust?
Yeah, I have kind of a cute one. This is a sweet one. So Dylan, let me start back. Russell is my best friend from college. I've known Russell for like 10 going on 11 years. He's my brother. I love him. Of course I'd want to make a show with Russell. Dylan's just some dude I met playing Dungeons & Dragons. I met this guy sitting around the table, like drinking tea and eating bad snacks and like throwing dice. And I decided I wanted to make my life's work with this rando, and now we're best friends. So
that's actually really that's awesome. All right, fine. You guys don't need that. I'll just my story has nothing to do with Alex or Russell. Yeah, so my trust story was basically I was working on this nightmare film, and we had to drive down to Mexico at like 2 a.m. It was me. We had a pickup truck, an old pickup truck, and like just like a Prius. We had to drive across the border, meet at a Carl's Jr. at about like 5 a.m.
Wait, there are Carl's Jr.'s in Mexico?
Yeah, there are. And we had to hand off about like $5,000 in cash and give this guy a pickup truck to just because they were supposed to be the production designer for our movie. And I remember getting in the car with the director, and he just kind of like got all tense for a second. He's like, I just hope they're not fucking us on this. Which is such a real leap of faith and some trust. They did, and it was fine. The movie was a nightmare, but that part was fine. So that's my trust story.
So all of these examples are of trust, and they work out. Like, trust usually works. When we trust people, it usually works out, right? And because it's so pervasive, trust is so pervasive in everything that we do when we rely on other people, put it in this slide, that we have actually developed mechanisms to automatically assess trustworthiness. So, for example, everybody, this is for the audience, which of the 3 of us looks the most trustworthy? So,
Alex is wearing a suit.
if you think, we're going to do this by clapping, voting by clapping, okay. All right? So loudest person is going to be the most trustworthy. So if
I can see your faces.
If you think Dylan, please clap.
You guys had to do that.
If you think Alex, please clap.
Pretty bad.
I deserve better than that. You did me dirty.
If you think me, please clap. So hold on.
That's the glasses. It's just because you're in love with glasses.
So would somebody be willing to say, they can explain, somebody who doesn't know me and clapped, would you be willing to volunteer what reasoning you had?
You can just raise your hand.
Everybody knows you.
There are people who don't know me.
Okay, so if you don't know us, raise your hand.
All right, we got somebody back there. Just shout it out.
You're wearing glasses and your shirt is not that wrinkly.
Roast us the rest of the time.
I would like that. Yeah, everybody just burn us.
So this was decided upon clothing choice, which might not be a bad idea if somebody has crappy clothes. Maybe it's correlated with something else, some other kind of trait. But the point I want to make is that there's people here who don't know us, and we were able to decide between the 3 of us immediately. I could ask you that question, you could answer which one of us was the most trustworthy. So what that means is that this thing is important enough that we've evolved over millions of years to be able to assess this automatically very, very quickly. And you can actually study this kind of thing. If you think the face on the left, if you think the face on this one right here, is more trustworthy, clap your hands.
I trust that he would beat the crap out of me. I can trust him in that.
So, as you noticed, one person clapped for that. And what this is this is a composite image that was done in a study where they showed people lots and lots of images to see what was in a face that would make somebody be appraised as more trustworthy or not. So this is a composite average of all these different features that would lead people to generally say one is more trustworthy.
I'm pretty sure this is just like one of the bad guys from like the Spider-Man 2 like PlayStation game. Get you webhead, that's definitely
It's true, and I mean, one thing to say is that these are just static images. You literally know nothing about these people at all, yet we can make inferences already on these type of people, you know? And that's why they choose bad guys to have those kinds of faces, because they just look like
that dude's.
I bet he gardeners. I bet that dude has a bunch of good hobbies.
Okay, so
rejection. It's all right. They're not going to be winners.
So that was from a static image, right? But those assessments of trustworthiness don't stop there. Our when you assess a trustworthiness, it's constantly updated all the time. We'll play a little game to demonstrate this, okay? So it's called the give some game.
I know you guys would like that.
He didn't like really explain, but Russell just does horrible things up here every time. I just hate this part of the show.
Who was here for the last show? So who was here when they watched Dylan and I smell asparagus pea and eat paper?
It was not asparagus pea, and there was no reason you had to eat that paper.
Put it in your mouth. I'm like, all right, next step, you eat it.
If somebody says put a piece of paper in your mouth and been to enough festivals, I know you eat that. I'm not gonna waste that.
Okay, so the way this works, Dylan, if you could grab those envelopes that are right there, give all 4 of them. You're gonna take, here, you keep one of these, and Alex, you hold on to these.
All right.
So in the envelope that has stuff in it, there are 4 tokens, okay?
Something smells like weed.
There are 4 tokens. And the point of this game is it's one shot. You get to decide how many tokens you are going to give to your partner, which is Dylan, okay? So the way you're going to do that is you're going to decide how many tokens you want to give. You're going to put it in the other envelope. None of you should show this to each other. And then you're going to open it up afterwards and see how much you got. So the thing is that this game is tied to money.
Nice.
Okay, so each token, go to the next slide. Each token is worth $1 to you. So, for example, if you decide to give no tokens at all, you would get $4, and you would get $4. But, let's go to the next slide. If you decide to give all your tokens, for example, they're actually worth $2 to the other person. So if you give 4 tokens to Dylan, he would make $8, and if he gave you 4 tokens, you would make $8.
So bad.
Son of a bitch.
What do you do? Do you do it for the bid or for the money?
A good bid is for the money.
So you can decide however many 0 to 4 tokens you can give to the other person.
Okay? Right now? Okay.
So turn around.
How do you look?
And audience, you can participate if you want to give them suggestions of what they should do. You're more than welcome to.
Give it all. Keep it.
He's a freeloader!
And turn around when you are ready. Okay. All right. So exchange the envelopes.
Wait, so I give him my...
You're gonna give him the one that you want to give him.
Wait, what? Okay, there's some in here.
This is how you break friendships.
I got.
Hey! Oh, you're too good.
Yeah.
So, Alex, how many did he give you?
Dylan gave it all to me.
Dylan, how much did he give you?
He gave me 3, so it's not that bad.
Gotta keep a little for Dad.
So, since you got all 4, you would get $8. Oh, sorry, you have $8 plus the ones you get $9. Okay?
Yeah.
Or you would get
$6.
Which is, you know
That's
what?
not bad.
It's not bad. Okay, so I'm not gonna actually give you money. For the next round, we're gonna have an audience member come on, and this one will actually be worth some cash.
So
Okay?
2 audience members or just 1?
Just one audience member. We're
Okay.
gonna just bring on one audience member. Can we please have a volunteer? to
Raise your
come
hand.
to
Who wants to
this
come up
game?
here?
We
Oh,
have.
we got an aggressive pointing over there. Oh, you got. All right, let's go with it.
All right, Dylan's gonna pick this one.
I know this person, unfortunately, so do it with Alex.
All right. So, go. Can you guys replace the tokens in the place that it should be?
All right. Okay.
You can just actually keep it in that one.
Wait. No, but that's...
All right, you're good. No,
Just switch the color.
yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Oh, here's one blue. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna play this one again. Same thing.
Come on.
Okay. So.
I don't lie about who I am.
So why don't you go? So right before we go to start, Alex, I have one question for you. Have you ever stolen anything in your life?
Stolen hearts. And yeah, some pens from like the school spirit shop when I was 14 and 15 and 12.
Okay, I just want you to keep this in mind while you're deciding to do this. One more question. Have you ever worn any like knockoff or cheap clothing?
No.
Okay. All right. Make your decisions. Again, audience participation is welcome. They're excited. Alex is ready. All right. Exchange the envelopes. All right. We're gonna start with you. What was your name again? Jessica. Okay, Jessica. How many did he give you?
Well, now I feel like an ass. There are 4 in here.
There are 4 in there. Okay. And
Don't ever think you know me.
Alex, how much did you get?
I don't like how it feels. Oh, there are 2. Jessica, you did me dirty.
So, Jessica, let me ask, before we distribute the money, why, can I ask you your decision and why you decided to give him, how much, 2?
2.
2.
I feel like you should have given Dylan all 4 last round, and so this is punishment.
Okay, so you got 8 plus you kept 2, so that is $10. And Alex, you know, you can sit down. Everyone give Jessica a Alex, what was your decision? Why did you do this?
Why did I decide? I think people started to think that they had an idea of who I was, that I was a bad person and uncharitable, and I also realized that I'm making 1/3 of the money off the ticket sales for this, so like I don't need it.
So, he's wearing a nice suit, guys.
Yeah, you got it,
So
trust
we
me.
broke up with him. You did. So, the thing I want to point out there is we talked about. Go to the next slide. So. That we talked about updating, right? And this is actually exactly what had happened. That if, for example, Alex had decided to give him 4 tokens at the beginning, she would have done something different. But he didn't, right? He gave him less, and so she updated what she thought his trust was, her assessment of trustworthiness in the specific game, right? For what you were going to do. And it doesn't stop there, right? We update these things all of the time in everything that we do. So let's return to the question that we asked at the beginning. It was like, what is trust, right? We have the three things that trust is involved in everything that we do. Assessing trustworthiness is automatic, and trustworthiness is constantly updated. So what does this mean altogether about what trust is? I think the psychological perspective, and one that that given by Dr. David Distanos, is that trustworthiness is really just information that you are getting in making decisions, right? That we rely on this to be able to ask other people to help us out to achieve whatever goals that we are trying to achieve. So really, if the question is not necessarily about whether somebody is trustworthy or untrustworthy, it's whether the goal that you're trying to achieve is that they will aid you, are they trustworthy to be able to aid you in that specific goal that you are trying to achieve. So that's where I wanted to leave y'all.
Okay.
So thank you very much, guys.